This conceptual video will help you to understand some of the basics of the neuroscience principles needed for use as a kinesiologist. These concepts create a solid foundation for further learning of neuroscience. In this video, we will be learning a little bit about balance control. Balance control is the relationship between the center of mass and base of support. In a typical static situation, center of mass must be within the base of support in order to maintain stability. There are two types of balance control used in maintaining stability: static and dynamic. Static stability is the control in which the body has a constant base of support where recovery of balance is achieved mainly through muscle activation. Dynamic stability is where both the center of mass and base of support change. The center of mass is an important factor for understanding human locomotion and balance control. The center of mass represents a single point representation of the whole body segment masses. It is a singular point where all the weight of the torso, head, and limbs tends to be concentrated. In quiet standing, this point will be located between the belly button and lumbar spine. The center of mass is never in one place. Its location changes constantly with movements. Here, as the individual shifts his weight from one leg to the other, the center of mass moves as well. As one arm is raised to the side, the center of mass shifts as well. The base of support is the complete area in which a person or object gains contact with the support through the ground. These points of contact may be body parts such as hands or feet, or include other surfaces such as crutches or a chair. Typically, as the base of support increases, stability will also increase. The shape of the base of support is determined by the points of contact with the ground. As foot position changes, the shape of the base of support will also change. In this demonstration, the individual demonstrates how the base of support changes as the contact points are changed. The blue rectangle represents the length of the base of support. With one foot on the ground, the individual has a small base of support and will be more unstable as he tries to keep his center of mass above the small base of support. With the wider stance, you can see the base of support increases and stability is increased. Sitting in a chair, the base of support changes to include both the feet and the legs of the chair. As mentioned before, balance control is the relationship between the center of mass and the base of support. But how does the body maintain this stability? The human body is never truly static. We are not rigid structures, and we have many joints and biological functions that cause the center of mass to constantly move. This movement cannot be directly measured, therefore tools are used to assess center of pressure. To counteract this center of mass movement, the body generates forces through muscle activation. The forces generated through the feet create pressures through the ground in order to maintain postural stability. Averaging all these forces through the feet creates the center of pressure. This center of pressure is a single point representation of all the forces applied by and on the body through the ground. Force boards such as these Wii boards collect multiple points of pressure and adds them together to find one center of pressure. The sums of these forces are then presented in medial, lateral, and anterior posterior directions to observe the movement of the center of pressure between the feet. As you can see, the center of pressure is constantly moving, and this is called center of pressure displacement. To keep the center of mass above the base of support, the COP must move to corral the center of mass. As center of mass moves away from the center of pressure responds by moving past the center of mass to create a larger force or moment to slow down the center of mass and push it back within the base of support. There are two ways in which the body responds to instability: fixed support and change in support. In fixed support, muscles are activated to corral the center of mass within the base of support. As the center of mass moves forward, the plantar flexors, gastrocnemius and soleus, generate a force at the toes, pushing into the ground. This moves the center of pressure forward towards the toes in order to stop the center of mass from moving. When the center of mass moves backwards, the tibialis anterior is activated to dorsiflex the foot, causing the center of pressure to move back towards the heel and catch the center of mass before a fall. If a person is pushed, they will use this reaction to respond to the moving center of pressure and keep the center of mass within the base of support. Conversely, with the change in support, the body reacts to make a larger base of support to keep the center of mass within the base of support. This can be achieved by taking a step or grasping an object such as a handrail. Hopefully from this video you have a better understanding of balance control in the body. Thanks for watching.